Alright, time for a Amumu game. Amumu got some significant buffs this patch, which I'll put up on screen. Basically more HP. There's someone there. A recall over here, don't mind me. This is why I was standing here, because if I was worried about an invade, I can do it over the wall and put the ward in the bush here. Instead of standing like close to the bush and getting hit by an invade, you know. But yeah, Amumu's health increase basically got more health growth, which means more health pool later on in the game per level. Q mana changes is not too relevant, you're not maxing that anyway. More W damage per second, which is absolutely huge. And then for the E, also more E damage. So Amumu was already really strong. The problem with Amumu is just that people have no idea how the build's actually done. So they will be finding this champion a lot weaker than he really is. And it seems that I'm not going to get a leash. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, Amumu is very strong, was very strong already because he already got buffs at the start of the preseason. And now he got even more buffs. So I just felt like it was necessary to, well, make this video, you know. Showing you how ridiculous Amumu is, how ridiculous he can be. Starting off here, I'm taking the potion. It is not necessarily needed for the clear, for the most part. If you don't get a leash, you definitely take more damage though, so that is a little bit of a downside. But overall, like, it's more so to not get invaded and killed for the most part. I'm losing a bit of HP here though. Not getting that leash does quite hurt, because that initial camp is the camp Amumu struggles with the absolute most. So that is something you will definitely feel. So now having the potion actually probably helps me enough to get through my jungle at like a good pace still. Without like loot, like, yeah, well, your HP thing, you know. That is the downside about this champ. Like the earlier couple of levels until you hit like level 3, your clear speed's really quite bad and you're going to take quite a bit of damage. That's something to keep in mind. Raptor camps are really fast. Just 3 E's real quick, you know. Use your Q for mobility through your jungle. Make sure you try to hold a charge if you can, because that does make it so that you will be able to react to a fight if a fight is going to go on. Quite good. Smite that, and then go for the big one here. Because you don't really need the potion to clear, because I'm not dying or anything, but I'm now quite low, mostly because I had to tank my blue buff myself without getting any assistance. That definitely cost me quite a significant amount of HP, but it's okay. I'll be about half now, usually be about 70%, 75%, which is fine without a potion if you're playing against a jungler that will never invade you. Like Zac, for example.
Come play with me.
I'll put the potion here. This guy should never be allowed to do this realistically. I can fight him here. He's a level down on me, and my bot lane should have the priority here. And I have Conqueror as well. Yep. Goodbye. It's because he was the level down on me that I could win that fight fairly comfortably. And also the potion that I had. That's why you have the potion, in case you want to fight somebody, basically. Would I have liked to see my lanes react a bit faster? Well, yes, but... you know... it was gonna be fine. So the first item we're rushing here is going to be the the Sunfire. That is also another thing. They buffed Sunfire in this patch as well, giving it more HP and was it just more? Actually, more HP and less gold. It costs you 100 less gold and gives you 100 more HP. Pretty sure that was it. Which again, another Amumu buff because it's the item you're going to be buying anyway, you know. So a buff on top of a buff, like it's ridiculous. This champ's actually crazy strong right now. Just gotta build them right, and people really don't build them right. Alright, so got another jungle clear going. We need to make sure we hold up some tempo. Like, we have to keep the levels flowing in. There is a... okay, well, he's bot lane. Which means I check his topside camps right now. Because he started on topside as well, which means his Raptor should most likely be here. And his Crocs potentially as well, depending on whether he did them or not. But we're punishing him for... well... going bot lane there. We're taking his camps. There's a trade. Yep, there it is. And now we can take these 2 camps because we saw him bot lane. Very easy, very comfy. We're gonna get this down and then we're gonna see if we can make a gank happen for Rengar, but not necessarily the main focus here. I don't think I can dive a Rengar, so it's probably not going to happen. He might realize I did his camps and like trade my bot side camps, which could be the case. I'm just gonna ping that they should be careful there. Caitlyn has like... Caitlyn should recall here, because there's a very high chance that the Wukong is looking for behind. Get that in there. Oh, there's the Wukong. That's perfectly fine with me. He can't fight me. He knows this. He knows this. Okay, so that's fine. He went for the... Like, I checked... I, like, took his top side. He went to check his top side. His top side wasn't there, so he checked my top side. And it works out for me in my favor. And this is all because I saw him on that ward on bot, like, or on the vision on bot, really. On the scuttle, I believe, even. So I can punish him for that angle, because I knew he started on red buff based on the fact that he was fighting me on bot scuttle. That's a nice minion block. Keep using Q for mobility. I told Caitlyn she should back is because she had like 45 CS and, well, no items bought yet. So she had like 1.5k gold, which is definitely the case. So if Wukong has like the risk of ganking there, because she is all the way pushed in, she has no wards in try, you should definitely like just tell your AD carry to recall or play safe or whatever the case, you know. Perfect. I mean, I can't really do dragon here. That would be very risky. I'm just gonna take a recall and then I'll be able to buy my Sorks here, which is quite nice. Sorks are an amazing item on Amumu. The magic penetration, Amumu's base damage is insanely high. The magic penetration you gain from this gives you so much damage. It's actually insane. So, definitely something I would recommend. Rengar's very low. I think the likelihood that Wukong would gank top is pretty high based on, like, his red just respawning. So I'm assuming he's gonna go red into a top gank, which I should realistically look to counter, potentially. Okay, well, that was a little bit faster than I was expecting. He's not dead, though. I should be able to get this guy. He's dead. Oh, interesting. Control warded, really? There's no way Rengar placed that, right? Really? Alright, I'm just gonna walk into the Rengar, man. Who cares? Let's go. Really? I'm just gonna play it extremely safe. I have a pretty big risk there of Wukong following that up. So if the more time he potentially wastes from me, the worse it would be for me. If that makes sense. So I just take the ult cooldown, because I hit the ult without him being able to cleanse it. There's nothing he can do, right? I'd rather take the hit on, like, not having my ultimate for a bit and then get a kill out of it, you know, instead of just, like, potentially risking the fact that Wukong could kill me. That's what I do there. I could technically do a Rift Herald here, but I think I'm probably clearing towards bot side. I'm gonna go for the Rift Herald here. I was looking to clear towards bot, but I now see the Wukong mid, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna play towards bot right now. Towards bot scuttle and stuff, and I should be able to trade a Herald in that time, because top has priority. Make sure to say that they have to be careful on bot lane. Hopefully they don't get killed here, but the likelihood's pretty high, I will say. They can definitely, like... There's the Vigar, yep. Right, let's see it. W max second. Used to be the case already, but now it's literally always. He knows I'm here. Oh. Might be taking a bad path here, but... Also, another thing. 65% of people watching my videos aren't actually subscribed. If you are one of those people, consider subscribing, checking if you're subscribed, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. That's kind of annoying. I mean, I got the dragon out of it, I guess, but... I'm diving this guy. I really do not care. Dead. I'm trading as much as I can now. I'm just gonna get a bunch of turret plates here. Probably the entire turret with the Herald to trade for the dragon. I knew this was a risk when I went top lane, that the dragon would just be killed like that, but it's worth it. It really is, because we finish off this turret, we get a ton of gold. Yeah, this is potentially an issue, actually. Use that for a bit of mobility. Okay, okay. Interesting. Okay, well, Renata's flash is down. That's good. Unfortunately, because Renata and Vigar showed up, we have a slither of HP left on the turret, but the bot lane was able to get the other turret, so I guess that's fine. Well, it is what it is, really. That's just, like, if it was just Vigar, it would have been kind of fine, but with the Renata there as well, it's just like, I guess I could have finished off the turret with, like, 1 or 2 auto attacks, which maybe I should have just done, but that would most likely have resulted in my death. I was just mostly surprised that the Renata actually was there. But I guess it doesn't really matter too much, honestly. It is worth letting my Aurelia die there, by the way, though, because I am worth a shutdown. If I try to help her fight and I would die off that as well, it would be essentially like me giving them a double kill, if you know what I mean, worth of gold. And that is not good. So definitely do not try to take a fight you will never be able to win. Always try to run. Because you don't want to give him a shutdown. If I wasn't worth a shutdown, I could have considered it a little bit more. But... you know, because I was worth a shutdown, I really shouldn't do that. I definitely think Caitlyn... oh, Caitlyn doesn't die here. Maybe. Hold. Whew. That's a rough one. Okay, now she's fine. No worries. I have a lot of gold right now. I'm also gaining quite a lot of tempo with the farm rotations that I've been doing here. I did lose a dragon, but I basically got the top turret out of it. I'm hurting Rengar a lot in that lane. So that's good. The Rengar can't get going. But yeah, we can get Sunfire right now. And after the Sunfire, we build for the Liandry's, which is just the best mythic you can get for Amumu right now. So let's pick that up. Liandry's insane, by the way. Like, if you feel like you're too squishy for it right now, I mean, you could go Demonic instead and get some extra HP out of that. But Liandry's, like, generally, because you're rushing Sunfire, especially now with the extra HP you get from that and the extra base HP you have, due to health growth reasons, you could easily afford to go Liandry's and not be worried about dying. Good day. This minion is kind of annoying. See, he is in fact going for this. And just CC lock him because there's nothing he can do. There he goes. Like, he didn't have his W up, so there's nothing he can do to block my CC lock on him, which is QRQ. This is also, I don't really have to be that tanky. Because if you just CC lock people for a lot of time, they can't hit you, right? So you don't have to be extra tanky to be able to do anything about that. Finish out the turret here, might as well. And then we're finished out. We're gonna push the wave in, so the wave will be decent. Good for my Aurelia. I'm gonna fight this guy. He's not gonna stand a single chance here. Yep, there he goes. I'm pretty sure he must have used his W somewhere for mobility, because he didn't use it there, but... there's no way he stands a chance. Like, I'm gaining in levels here, and I'm also extremely tanky against physical damage due to Sunfire, so doesn't really stand much of a chance, really.
Okay.
My bot lane is doing quite well for themselves, though, for sure. My solo lanes aren't, but my bot lane is, and I'm basically winning the top side on the map as a trade, so that's quite good. Me and my bot lane are essentially working pretty well together. I would have liked the gank for bot lane, but they were permanently pushing the enemy onto the turret, so it's just like, you can't really, you know, it is kind of whatever. Do this. I hopefully will be able to prevent the Rengar from getting top turret. Aurelia isn't necessarily here. I don't think he can fight me. But I do have to know, I do have to be careful though. I'm just gonna hold my Q until... suppose that's fine. I have to get the dragon. I have to get the dragon. I don't want to lose this other dragon. That would be quite bad for me. Okay, never mind. Man, man. I wanted to just inform flash shield and I pressed enter and I pressed F at the same time. God damn it. I hate it here. Well, it's okay. I got my Leandries. There's literally no chance in hell this Wukong can ever fight me ever. I'll just do it. I don't like the fact that my bot lane just recalled here. That's quite sad. I'm just gonna burst him out. He's dead. I'm just gonna focus this guy down as well. He's dead too. Huge. There is literally nothing you can do against this Amumu damage. That's also why... Interesting, he just flashed means he's dead. Yeah, that's fine. My bot lane shouldn't have recalled there though. Like, that's on them for recalling there. It was a bad choice. Because they know we're gonna go for the dragon, right? They had... It would have been a better play for them to just be there. Instead of both pressing recall and not being there. But for me right here, right? You can see, like... I'm tanky enough. I don't die too easily. But on top of that, I have a permanent CC lock on most champions. So when it comes to a 1v1, I'll be able to burst out about 80% of their HP bar before they can ever actually hit me back. Which means you don't die. So, you know.
Find some friends.
Caitlyn, I mean, is quite disgusting. I mean, I can't get in range of it, man. It's just, whatever. I'm just gonna do Raptors into Rift Herald here. There we go. Take the Rift Herald next. Okay. Guess I shouldn't have done the Raptors, eh? Damn. That's unexpected. I'm not going to lie. I probably should be running mid here, eh? Caitlyn's recalling. I do have ult. Sadly, don't have flash, but that's on me. Come over here then, buddy. Buddy old pal. Let's just one-shot this guy then. Go over, we just go in. I'm tanky enough, doesn't matter. If I had flash there, that would have been an insane flash ult, but I messed that one up myself, so, you know, is what it is, I guess. You insta-win teamfights with just one singular Amumu ultimate. I'm gonna leave. So next up here, we get Demonic. If you feel like you need a bit more tankiness, especially against magic damage, get the Abyssal Mask now. But otherwise, just go Demonic and then take the Abyssal Mask after that. And then, yeah, you should be fine. So that's really the thing. You go Demonic into Abyssal Mask or Abyssal Mask into Demonic. It's really the only options you have. And then as a final item, you have like Rylai's. You could go if you need the extra slowing potential. It also gives HP, which is quite nice. But if you feel like you need to survive more, you can just go Stoneplate because it gives you a ton of resistances and a shield. And you have stacked up quite a bit of HP in this build already. So there's a lot of HP already in this build. And then you can use the shield and the resistances with that to, well, survive, basically, you know. I just lost my entire top side on Malzahar. Interesting. Kind of unfortunate, but I guess it is what it is. I'm gonna use this plant here and go over the wall. Get the Rengar. He can't fight me. It's never gonna happen for him. Let's see where he is. That is not particularly smart. I guess it is what it is. He just used Rengar ult. Let's go Baron. I guess I can cut him off this way here, perhaps. He's gonna probably walk up. Okay, he's fine. Gonna do Baron now. I do a serious amount of damage to Baron as a Amumu, by the way. If I have to tank it, my damage gets straight up cut in half, but still. This is not all the damage numbers, by the way. That 1300 is like a fraction of the damage you actually deal. I'm heavily out DPSing Caitlyn on this Baron, I can tell you that much. Even at like half damage done. That number is deceptive, but you saw that Baron die way quicker. And people are like, oh yeah, that's Caitlyn, right? No, that's definitely not Caitlyn. That wasn't not in range, really? Oh my god. The Viger cage prevented me from getting like a actually good angle on that one. Dead. Perfect. I should really go for this dragon here. Let's pick that up.
Let's find some friends.
Sure, I get this down. This is dying quick. But you can clearly see that this damage isn't all the damage because Dragon has lost way more health than just that. Feeling smooth sailing. Right. Ooh, I think Rengar should get a... I don't know why the Rengar just went for the Nami instead of just going for the Caitlyn. Because, well, the Caitlyn's worth... Oh, that should be a dead Caitlyn. The Caitlyn is worth way more. Like, there are 1,000 gold for Caitlyn, basically. You know? I suppose I'll go see if I can kill the Rengar here, but I probably don't. I mean... Whatever. They can't fight me. Like, it literally doesn't matter. They literally can't fight me. 2v1, they would lose. Thank you. That was my camp. Yep. I mean, would they have won if it wasn't for the Aurelia? Yes. Would I have played that different if the Aurelia wasn't coming? Also, yes. But, yeah. That's why, like, Amumu Ultimate's so good, because it just locks people down for 1.5 seconds. It's crazy. And there is so much damage you are able to do in that time frame. I'll get 2 health crystals here, actually. I value the HP quite highly. This is essentially just me and bot lane winning this game. Like, my bot lane was just doing well enough by themselves. And they never really got ganked because I, like, had more control over, like, the Wukong in the first place. And I pretty much just hammered that Rengar down to the ground. So, it's kind of good. I did give up 1 dragon this game, but it's not really that big of a deal. Also here, I have, like, 3,100 HP right now. So, that's definitely not... like squishy or anything, and I have the like the most Stomper shield on top of it, I suppose. Right, it's kind of annoying. And really hoping that would just hit. No, that's gonna suck. I'm dead here. Yep. Killed my own Aurelia. Wait, did I get the shutdown from Aurelia? There's no way. That was quite good for them, honestly. That Renata ultimate is what really got us. I never really got a chance to get a good ultimate off there. Before, like, the Malzahar and Aurelia were basically already dead. So, it's kind of my bad. On the other hand, though, it doesn't really cost me that much, apart from, obviously, the shutdown. Because... there's no objective up, right? They can get like an outer turret or something and that's it. But that's definitely a mistake on my end, though. I should not have... like, with Flash, I would have just insta-won the fight, but I should have just respected it a bit more. Ooh, Caitlyn died in 1 hit. Oof. Yeah, that's all me. It's okay. Mistakes happen. Just gonna get my entire bot side jungle here, most likely. Rengar probably already took most of it. Aurelia with the cleanup, I suppose. That is a missed opportunity for a double buff, unfortunately. I'm assuming he's doing like his own red or something. I'm almost 16, so I mean, I guess clearing some camps would be quite good. He didn't do his red buff. Very interesting. I have a lot of damage there, 16, and now we're gonna react. Okay. Walk up to where are you going? He's dead. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing they can do. Let's be real. No! Oh, you annoying ass ult. God damn it. Okay, fine. You win. I'm leaving. And they... Oh my god, they're gonna die to Rengar. I guess they get Renate here, but... I'm not really fighting this. 10 seconds on Dragon. I'm looking mostly at this Baron right now. That I can easily do. I have tons of damage. This new patch, it's quite easy even. Like, okay, Rengar's right there. I've not given this an attempt yet to actually full-on solo it, but I'm gonna do it right now and see what happens. I have so much damage on this. This should be very easy. Even though I'm doing like 50% reduced damage. Should be tanky enough with enough damage to just burst this down myself. As you can see, this is dying quick. And this is with 50% reduced damage. Let's be real on that one as well. Just real quick. I would do double this amount of damage if this wasn't that debuff here, this hand. My team, unfortunately, though, died, so we lose Dragon, I guess. But whatever. Let's get Stone Plate. Yeah. I lost Dragon there because my team just kind of died in random spots, unfortunately. At least I got the Baron, I suppose. But I can easily solo Baron, it seems, so that's no problem. That thing would have died twice as fast. If you have, like... It doesn't really matter who tanks it, right? You saw the kill speed I had when I was just soloing it. If your Nami would tank it for you and actually get, like, the Baron aggro and make sure you don't have to 50% reduce damage, you are going to be smooth sailing. Like, it's just going to be nice and quick. And just go bolt. I'm just gonna wait here for a second. I have Baron, so I have to like play with my team. We should play at the same pace because the rest of my team died. Wait for the blue here. I should have picked this up. There is a ward here, so hit the ward. My W kills this. Good. I have flash ready, so I'm just gonna flash ult. A good fight. Wait for 5. Wait for 5. I have to help her. I don't have a choice. I'm just gonna get these two. These are both dead. It's worth it already. I'm just gonna keep going. Wait for the good timing. There we go. Yep, perfect. I'm just gonna put my W up. I have a blue buff to sustain myself. If he jumps us, he dies. There's the FF. Right, cool, cool. That is it for Amumu. Again, last item here, Stone Plate. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like button below. Helps out quite a bit. If you see more videos from the future, hit the subscribe button as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Alright, so for the stats here on the end as well, I ended up doing 28.8k damage, which is very respectable. Pretty much the second highest in the game after Caitlyn, which is not a surprise because Caitlyn was quite fed herself. She was also in more fights than I was for the most part. So she gets to add up an additional amount of damage on that one. But it's still very, very good damage. Like, ults insta-win fights, flash ults are crazy good. You insta-win team fights with those. If you like if you hit a flash ult with this build on an enemy team, like 3 people, at least, you try to hit at least 3, ideally 4. I mean, 5, of course, but very rare that happens. But if you 3 to 4, like, just a flash ult and that, you insta-kill those easily. So, yeah. True damage at 3,800 here. Very, very respectable amount of true damage, which is just mostly a Amumu passive. Some smite damage. And we have damage to objectives here at 57.1k, which is great. Now, I wasn't able to fully have dragon control here. Like, if I was able to, like, get those other 2 dragons as well, you can pretty much, like, add, like, another, I don't know. I missed the Rift Herald as well, actually. So I could probably add, like, another 30k on top of this. But soloing Baron and stuff like that, like, it's pretty simple, very quick. If you have somebody that can tank Baron for you, like, just to get rid of the 50% damage reduction, that Baron dies in 11 seconds flat. So that's quite massive. But yeah, the 50% reduction makes it take twice as long. Healing done, 3.7. Damage taken at 35.4. So I did the second most damage, and I took the most damage on my team by a good margin. Definitely not bad. Self-mitigated damage is also pretty high at 41.3. So self-mitigated plus damage taken, we're looking pretty good there with the amount of damage that I did there as well. And yeah, gold earned 15.4. Not surprised Caitlyn had a little bit more than me. She probably had a bit better on the kills as well. Let's see. Yeah, she had like 16 kills. So I had more farm than her though. But yeah, she had a bunch more kills. So that definitely helps her out. However, I was level 18 to her level 15 because I, well, had consistent like jungle rotations and all that type of deal. Which with the experience fixed, it's actually not tragic anymore. Like pre-jungle XP, pre-XP thing, I probably would have been like level 17 maybe. Like 16 and a half, 17. Like yeah, it helps, you know. It helps. Yeah, for the Runes Conquer healed me for 820, but obviously the adaptive damage means a lot more here. Trying for a bit of healing. Good at Graph for about 800 damage. That's just quite nice. You can also go last 10 if you feel like early game fights you need a bit of extra damage for the closeness on those ones. But yeah, as soon as you pick up like 1-2 items, you're fine. Cheap Shot for about 1000 damage. This is easily stacked on Amumu because you have a ton of CC, and then Cheap Shot gets the proc several times, so it's kind of quite a nice amount of additional damage. Since you want the Ultimate Hunter as like a secondary rune pretty much every time, Cheap Shot is definitely by far the best rune to get in that page. And yeah, that is about all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.